Roger Hill of Wuthering Heights. Good Thursday afternoon to you. This weather video is driven by 802cars.com, representing 802 Toyota, Twin City Subaru, and 802 Honda. They're all located off of exit 7 on Interstate 89. Current conditions right here, we have this upper level trough, and this is what's going to be our storm system that's picking up some moisture from the Gulf of Mexico, and it's going to ride along a frontal boundary. But we're going to be in the northern part of the cold sector of this frontal boundary for a change. We've seen a lot of mixed precipitation types, occasionally in the warm areas with rain. Not this time around. This looks like it's all snow, and at least for Vermont, it will be pristine snow. Current conditions, as you can see with the snowfall here, a lot of snow, cold temperatures to the north, warmer temperatures to the south. This area of low pressure will track sort of from the Ohio River Valley and power up a little bit and intensify as it tracks just about due east, but enough moisture that's going to overspread all of northern New England. A little lesser snow will fall, mostly likely near the Vermont-Quebec border, northern New York areas, and further south you go, probably the more snow, but we'll see generally a pretty decent snowfall here. I would call it a moderate snowfall, somewhere around 6 to 12 inches in the vicinity of, say, especially north central Vermont and then points south. Maybe closer to around potentially 8 to 12 inches in these areas down in southern parts of Vermont. And there could be a little bit of a mixing around the I-95 points in south. Generally pristine snow to the north and quite a heavy batch of snow across a good portion of Massachusetts. Let's take a look at some of the computer modeling as well. Okay, on the left-hand side, we have the European model, deterministic. On the right-hand side, we have the GFS model, deterministic. And this is our system that's starting to get it powered up a little bit with some freezing rain and not a lot of snow yet, but you can see a lot of reporting stations here seeing some light snow. As we run the computer model, by the way, the GFS on the right-hand side in real good agreement. So this is the way things are setting up. We have this 1031 hectopascal high pressure center that is controlling our weather today, bringing us a lot of sunshine. Clouds will begin to stream into the region tonight. They'll lower and thicken, and by the early morning hours tomorrow, we're looking at a little bit of light snow beginning to creep in. This is valid at about 4 o'clock in the morning, so you can see that leading edge. And the shades of darker purple indicate where the heavier snow is falling. This is freezing rain and mixed precipitation. So that is valid at about 7 o'clock in the morning. Again, the southern 4 counties are getting hit with some moderate snow at this point, or should be in the vicinity. And then this will overspread most of northern Vermont with the heavier snows probably after 11 o'clock, 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock, and then exiting late in the day, as you can see, with lighter amounts here. This is valid at about 7 o'clock in the evening, so that's through 7 p.m. tomorrow, Friday, and then lighter snowfalls. An area of higher pressure builds in behind it. On the left-hand side, the European, the North American meso model on the right, so we can compare notes. Typically, the NAM does very, very good with a lot of these events. Now, the NAM's going to be a little bit more healthier. Again, also, this is total snowfall. This is Kuchera method, so this will be probably the higher end, and it may be just a little bit less than this. But indeed, we're looking at a little bit of a powder factor here. So roughly by around 10 o'clock in the morning tomorrow, we should be seeing somewhere around 2 inches near the Canadian border, and then over 6 inches down in the southern counties, Bennington, Windham, a little bit into southern Rutland, as well as southern Windsor County. Again, this is valid by around 10 o'clock in the morning on Friday. This would be the snowfall through 1 o'clock in the afternoon. We're now up to 6 inches. Roughly about 8 inches. Again, this is with the fluff factor, Kuchera, so we're into close to about a foot here in the southern part of Vermont. The NAM also shows the same thing. So basically by 7 o'clock in the evening, the snow is winding down considerably. This is valid at 10 o'clock in the evening, and for practical purposes, the snow has moved on out. So you can see the main belt here is really forecast for the southern parts of Vermont. Now the NAM keeps that up a little bit more in the central and northern areas. So those northern areas right near the Canadian border will see the least amount of snow, but still some pretty healthy amounts by the NAM model. Roger Hill, Wuthering Heights, thanks for watching.